Hey guys, Stephanie Mitchell here. I am an online marketing coach for the beauty industry, and today I've got something very special and a little bit sneaky to share with you. A couple weeks ago, I did a week-long event for the beauty industry called Beauty eCommerce Bootcamp. And in it, we had almost 100 beauty business owners joining us for 1 week of taking action, scaling, and starting an online shop for their salons, spas, beauty businesses. It was amazing. And the coolest part about it was that we had 7 guest speakers come on who are all experts in their industry, in their niches, and who all are incredible masters of online marketing and e-commerce. So they've been selling things like cosmetics, hair care, skincare, all of that with their online shops, especially during COVID. It has been a lifesaver for them and their businesses. Well, like I said, have something special to share with you. I'm giving you a little sneak peek into our event last week. So I'm sharing with you little clips of some of the genius gems that they shared with us for growing and scaling an e-commerce. So we have 7 guests that are coming on, and they each have their own blend and flavor of how they do marketing and business building, and I'm sharing some clips that you are going to absolutely love. So whether you have an online shop already, if you're planning on building one, or even if you just want some really great business building advice to really engage your clientele right now, you need to watch these interviews. So I'm going to share them with you right now, and I am so pumped for you to watch it. All right, let's jump in. What is your kind of like process that you go through to decide what brands you're going to sell, or like anybody, that's in the beauty space that doesn't know, maybe they don't retail anything right now, or maybe they want to, with their online shop, like choose a bunch of new products. What is your process, and what do you recommend to go about and find those brands?
Oh, this is kind of a deep one actually, because having like a brand board or business plan helps you to know your principles and your image, and then it's easier to find things that are aligned with that all
Mm-hmm.
around, not just in the products, but in your communications and all of those things.
So can you
hmm
talk to us about what your vision is for your company, and like how people can figure out what their own vision and their brands and their values and that kind of thing is?
Basically, my vision for my company is that we are fostering really feel good practices for self care and self expression.
Mm.
So that looks like feeling good about the things that you're using, feeling good about the processes that you're engaging in, and that starts for me in a really applicable way in my consultation when I'm talking to
Mm.
clients, making sure they feel really heard and supported in the aftercare process. Okay, so a good way to be figuring that out on like a visual level would be like just going on Pinterest and making boards about the type of vibe that you want to curate, um, and figuring out your target market. So, not just
Mm.
what makes you comfortable, but like who do you want? For me, it's in your chair, or who do you want spending time reading your blog, or having Zoom meetings and consultations with you. Think about what they are interested in. Where do they shop? And like put together that image.
Yeah.
Um, and on a business level, like structurally getting really clear on it, a business plan helps a lot. For me, it was like pulling teeth, and I knew I had to do it, and I knew it would help me so much, but it took me like 2 3 years to like really put that like whole fat document together.
Oh my
And
goodness. Yeah.
I'm so glad I did it, because it's a reference point to, if I'm like, wait, like a mission statement, oh my gosh, I'm about so many things. And then I'm like, wait, I have a clear thing that's edited and concise already there, like
Yeah.
go to. And that really is super helpful.
One thing I did learn was pre-sales. Pre-sales allows you to make your money before you spend it. So some of the colors, my initial colors, I did a pre-sale on,
Oh, that's
and that
awesome.
way, that way it allowed me to incur some money, and then that money that I made, I added it to what I needed to pay for that initial first shipment.
That's such a good idea. So how did you do those pre-sales? Like, how did you announce them, promote them? Like,
It was like Allure Faces by Nikki is expanding. I've been your favorite makeup artist for all this time. You guys always ask me about my lip colors. So I have decided to start my own lipstick line. Yeah, because it started
mm-hmm.
out as a lipstick line first. I started to start my own lipstick line. These are some of my colors. Take a look at them. Pre-sale is going on now. Be the first person to get these hot lippies. Blah blah blah. Sales, 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 sales. So I'm making money, and I'm putting that money to the side so I can pay for
I
that
love
shipment.
that. So did you give them like a little bit of like a lower price or like a special promotional offer
Yes,
for?
yes, it was a most definitely do a promotion because they don't. You've never sold this to them, so it's got to
Mm-hmm.
be something that they're gonna want to buy and not too expensive. So I think I started out like $10 or $12 in the very beginning, and so that truly helped. So I always, if I have a new product, I try to pre-sale so that I can make some money before even getting that product.
How fast did you start selling these lipsticks and start getting the encouragement of like, oh my gosh, like I can actually sell out of what I've ordered?
So what I did, I told you about the pre-sale, but then I also did a launch party that was pre having to wear a mask and COVID craziness.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a launch party. So I promoted that for a couple of months because they knew that I was starting the lipstick line. And so then I had gotten the pre-sale sales, but then I waited a couple of months to do the launch party. So there were people there who had already had the product that could vouch for me to say, oh, these products are great. And so I did a launch party, and that was a huge success. So that in turn, more people came out. I promoted that on Instagram and Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had a lot of people come out. And then, of course, word of mouth, of course, gets out. And so
I
that's
love
how I
that.
managed to
See,
do that.
I honestly think, like, talking with you before and hearing you talk now, Nikki, I think that, like, one of the big reasons why you're so successful is because you are constantly innovating and coming up with new ideas, like the pre sale, the launch party, all of, like, the cool things that you've been doing with, like, your classes and events and stuff like that that are online. Like, you've got so many different
You
ideas.
have to because I mean, look where we are. Look where we are right now. So you just got to come up with great things.
If it's a advertisement where I'm advertising, say, free local delivery, I'll do it only to Ottawa,
Yeah.
Almont, Gatineau, like surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a launch of a product, then I'll do kind of like the Montreal to Toronto area, as I found that span. People from Toronto still get excited to see cosmetics made in Ottawa.
Yeah, so you
That's
mentioned that in
definitely
the ad,
helpful.
I'm guessing, is like you say
Yes.
like, hey, I'm like an Ottawa-based makeup artist. This is my line of products
Yes.
made in Canada, like Ottawa-based, that kind of thing.
Yes, absolutely. I press that. Huge because, like, of course, everyone's all about support local right now, which is
Mm-hmm.
great. And I'm always trying to push that aspect of my line. But also because if you're targeting a national audience, you're competing with brands that have multi-million dollar ad budgets per year, especially in the cosmetics world.
Oh my gosh, Sephora does
So
so much advertising. It's
yeah,
insane.
yeah. So it doesn't necessarily make sense to target, say, Canada as a whole when you'd be competing with companies like Sephora because you just can't compete.
Mm-hmm.
So having that local aspect, and you can still make a lot of money targeting local, and I think that's what doesn't get talked about a lot.
Okay, so Nuri asked, how do you engage with other owners? So you were saying that like a big part of your Instagram strategy is actually like engaging with other beauty business owners on Instagram. How do you engage with them? What do you say? And like, what is the kind of like goal or result that you want there?
Yeah. So in my area, I've made sure to pretty much follow and chat with every single bridal makeup artist, bridal hairstylist, every salon, every spa, just basically anyone in the beauty industry within the Ottawa area, but also in Prince Edward County and Toronto. And when I follow an account, I make sure to always send a DM to them as well, just introducing myself, being like, hey, it's great to meet another local makeup artist. I'd love to like chat with you further, know more about you. You can ask them a specific question, just to get to know them. Like not necessarily asking for anything in return. And then in terms of engagement itself, after you establish that initial relationship with them, I think it's super important to continue engaging with them on social media, so publicly. So commenting on their posts, liking their posts, sharing their posts, kind of spreading the love that way. Because they're not only is it great to just support your local beauty community, obviously we can all win at the same time. I've also gotten great advice from a lot of other business owners in my having made friends with them on Instagram, and it saved me a lot of headaches in my business just doing that.
Yeah.
But they also have these audiences that you don't have access to. So if you're commenting on one of their Instagram posts and say they have 2,000 followers and say 200 of those followers read the comments on their latest Instagram post, if you comment something engaging and thought-provoking or whatever, they're going to click on you and go, oh, this is cool, like another makeup artist or another salon owner. Or so like not necessarily that you're doing it for anything in return, it's just like it has that reciprocal effect.
I just kind of embraced it. I was like, okay, well, we can't do services. Obviously that's shut down, but we have this great product line that people know, like, and trust because they've been using it. And I think it's a great opportunity to expose some new people to it that maybe haven't experienced our skincare line.
The picture here.
So that is when everything kind of changed. And I don't remember what date that was. Does it say
It says April 7th.
So maybe it was like 2 weeks into COVID, right? And I'm okay, we got to give our clients something because they are home and they're going to miss that intimate, service-based connection. But if I can provide something that still makes them feel like they're in the spa and really connect with them on an intimate level, then I think that they would appreciate that. So I didn't go extravagant with this. I mean, I really just ended up buying like the little boxes on Amazon, or the little shipping boxes, but I made it, kind of pop with my teal colors because I love teal. Everything's branded in teal. And I think what made this super unique was that I put our custom blended essential oil into this.
This little glass vial here, right?
That did everything for us. Yep. And a little head wrap, right?
Yeah.
You want them to feel that. But that little glass vial of essential oil, this is the first step in our customized signature facials that we start with. And we really get that client grounded, really get them centered and ready to experience, their amazing facial. And that scent connection, really, they remembered that. And they're like, I want to experience that at home. So that was the first kind of promo.
That's
Same
awesome.
thing, it could be skin, it could be hair, it could be nails, whatever your, your niche and your industry specific services, make a box that'll complement that because it'll go a long way. They'll remember that, especially when they're home during quarantine.
Exactly.
And and if you can put in a little touch point that makes them feel like this is specific to you, then they will always remember that you took care of
like how you did like the little vial of oil, of essential oil, and like you had like your instructions kit. It's all the little small details. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about like what your strategy was for, like you said, like I'm shut down, I need to make money right now. Like what was kind of your strategy for selling and promotions and that kind of thing?
So when I shut down, like I have pretty massive overhead because I have, a bigger setup and employees. This was so out of nowhere. I was like, I need to make some sort of money. So when I did the original email, it was to say, first we're shut down, and the second email was, I'm actually gonna pop it up for myself so I can read it. So I started like this theme with it's the apocalypse. That was the first email. The welcome email to we're closed down, and all the marketing during that first shutdown was in that same vein of like apocalypse girls, like Mad Max, and then girls with guns, and I'm just focusing on that. And then I also tied in the fact of my clients are super supportive of me, and I appreciate that, and here's another way to be supportive of me. So like I said, like the pictures have to do with girls with guns, apocalypse, type style stuff. And this was also like on the original email, which I now wish I had included, said like, if you feel like reaching out, saying hello, I'm set up via Zoom, and thank you for all the texts. And then I talk about doing facials, and because I literally 2 weeks before the shutdown happened, I had just signed a new lease, meaning it's a new expense and a new service I'm adding. And then here's how you can help me pay my rent. And I created the deals. So if you see the 3-pack retail with a savings, 3-pack final price, 6-pack, 20% savings, and you see how high my values are. And then the second half of it was that 3 and 6-pack, and you see like my minimum values on those are like $300, and that's how it was in the first shutdown email.
What are the big misconceptions that people have about email marketing? Like maybe the mistakes that they make with it, or like the misunderstandings, or like kind of where people go wrong when it comes to emails.
Okay, so the biggest misconception is that email marketing is dead. That is the biggest, dead. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that people believe that. And the reason I think people believe that is because there's so many companies out there that have done email marketing the wrong way. And we are on that receiving end of that. We see those emails and we get annoyed by it, and then we unsubscribe and we say it's spam. And so we feel as business owner, if I react like this with email, then probably my subscribers are going to react like this, and I don't want them to see me as annoying. So the first thing is that, right, that you think that email marketing is there, when actually email marketing is the highest profitable of all the platforms. For every dollar you invest in email marketing, you get a return of $44, and that was in 2019. In 2020 and 2021, right now, the tendency is for every dollar you're going to get a return of $52, and it's because of the pandemic, right? People are home, they want to support small businesses, and so people are really going into the emails and buying.
Yeah.
So so that is the biggest misconception, to believe that email marketing is dead, when actually is one of the most profitable platforms that you can use in order to grow your business.
So you're saying, Liz, don't just be salesy. Like you need to send other types of emails as well. Yeah. When we were talking before, you said that you teach something called the 3-step selling cycle to your clients and your coaching customers. So can you tell us a little bit about like what's that 3-step selling cycle and what should actually be in those emails?
Yes, for sure. So the sales cycle is a method that I use in order to prepare the subscribers, your email subscribers, to be ready to buy your products before you even offer the products. So you need 3 steps. You need the offer that you're going to make, time to prepare them, and content to plant the seed of the want and need of this product. So let me give you an example so it can be more clear. So let's say you're going to have a sale where you're going to offer a skincare routine for someone who is prone to acne, right? So you're gonna do that, and 4 weeks before that, you want to send some content to make them want and need that product. You're going to make that offer, right?
Okay.
So the first week, you're going to talk about the problem, so they can feel like this brand really understands how I am right now, how I feel right now. So maybe you're going to say some content saying how to cope with breakups during important events. Let's say that. Then the next week, you're going to talk about the transformation they want from the products, right? So maybe you're going to talk about 5 tricks to improve acne scars. So right now you're telling it, I understand your dreams. I understand where you want to get. Then the third one, you're going to talk about, let's say, a case study or a testimonial, something like how Melissa went makeup free after years of dealing with acne scars or with acne.
So you
In
could
that
have like a
moment,
photo, like a before and after photo, or even maybe share your own story as a beauty
absolutely.
professional of like you and the type of products that you used and what you did to go, make that transformation.
Exactly. And that you're in that moment, you're showing you have authority, meaning I have done it, I have the results, and I have the proof to show you that you can trust me.
Yeah.
And then the fourth email, right before you're going to make the offer, you can make a email where you're going to showcase why your product is the product, why is the tool, right? So maybe you're gonna talk about the secret ingredient in your product that makes it so amazing. So by doing these 4 steps, you're just talking about, I understand your problem, how you're feeling, I know where you want to go, I have the authority to do it, to help you, and I have the tools to help you. So by sending this content before the sales come, the person already thinking, I have acne, I want to resolve this, there's a solution out there, there's someone that can help me. So once they get that email with like, hey, we have this promotion of this product, or hey, buy this product, they already have the need in their mind because you have been talking about it for 4 weeks before it comes. So you're asking them for the purchase or the sale before you even offer them. So
Yeah.
once they get the email, they're like, yes, I want it.
And how I shop. I use different marketplaces like Faire. I use Instagram a lot. I just kind of find if something catches my eye, I go and research it. I find their products, and for me, the most important part of it is the ingredient list. So if it's all natural, I'll take the time to look more into it. I'll reach out to the brand. I'll find out their minimums and just deal with them directly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's for me, it's a lot more than just picking something out. And then I order some samples and I'll try it out myself to make sure that it works or that I like it, because I don't bring anything into the store that I would personally wouldn't use.
Yeah. So you're testing out yourself a lot of different products all the time, like buying samples,
Yes,
testing
everything.
them out. That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, it's a lot of fun and a lot of work.
Yeah. Does it get expensive? Like having to like buy samples, test them out, maybe not end up using them?
Well, a lot of the brands will send samples out for you for free if you
Oh,
ask.
that's nice.
Yeah, and I get a lot of brands pitching me products all the time, and the majority of them are not in line with my values. So I kind of just like skip it. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. And I try not to be wasteful. So I don't want to just accept products just because. So I'm very mindful when it comes to that.
Yeah. Would you say that you're like pretty good at figuring out the type of products that your clients want to buy?
I think so. I do a lot of polls on like Facebook and Instagram about the products. Like, what do you want to see this and today? What's your skin concern? Masking was a huge one, so I started looking into more products that will focus on that, or just kind of develop curate collections on what I already have. Like I know we have like a face wash that has salicylic acid in there, so it's really great for breakouts and congestion.
Yeah.
And kind of just do like posts about that and Instagram stories, talking about all those products that we do carry that are good for, right now it's like winter skin.
Yeah.
So, like very rich moisturizers and balms and, body scrubs and things like that.